it's Matt from A Sharp Music Company. Today, I'm going to be introducing the brand new Rivera Venus 6. Now the Venus 6 is very similar to the Kiana or Fandango on the outside, but on the inside she's very different. She's a 35 watt Class A 6v6 amplifier. Now Class A amps have always been kind of known for being unreliable, but when Paul Rivera went to design this amp, he put a lot of safeguards in there to ensure that you're going to have a problem-free amplifier. For starters, it has oversized resistors and heat sinks, and the heat sink is actually on the outside of the chassis, which really helps in dispersal of heat. They're also using oversized American-made transformers. This one's got a 60 watt Class AB transformer in it, which is way more than what it needs, but it's going to help the amplifier run at a more reasonable temperature and definitely help with the longevity of the amp.
Another cool thing about this amp is that it comes with the Celestion Heritage 30 12-inch speaker.
So just like the Kiana and the Fandango, the Venus has two channels. Channel 1 has a preamp, 3-band EQ, and a power amp volume with the push-pull for the boost. Also we've got channel 2 with a preamp volume, 3-band EQ, power amp volume with a push-pull boost, and a push-pull bright switch and push-pull notch filter. Now if you want to hear a little bit more detail on these, go watch my Fandango video. I go through all the different features on here, but for a quick run through, we got basically our British channel and our American channel. Use this mainly for my clean, I use this mainly for my grit. Now I'm going to be playing a Paul Reed Smith McCarty with a rosewood neck. Now that's going to give you that classic Les Paul type of tone, but with more of a stratty-ish snap to it. So channel 2, I'm going to call our clean channel. It's got a preamp volume, a 3-band EQ, and a power amp volume. It's got a bright push-pull, a notch push-pull for either blackface or tweed sound, and it's got a ninja push-pull for a volume boost. I'm going to set this one up for kind of a gritty clean, so I'm going to run a preamp volume about 7. I'm playing a kind of a warmer sounding guitar, so I'm actually going to pull out the bright switch here, and I'm going to leave that one at 5. On the middle I'm going to leave it at 5. The bass I'm going to roll off to about 3 to take some of the flubbiness away from the low end, but I get the grit going. And then I'm going to run my master up to about 3. Now for the next sound, I'm just going to take the exact same setting I had and I'm just going to turn on the Ninja Boost to give you an idea of the two different sounds from one little switch you can do. And here's channel 1. I'm going to call this our lead channel. This is the British channel. Basically you got a preamp volume, 3-band EQ, and a power amp volume. The power amp volume's got a boost push-pull on it for a volume boost. On this one, I'm just going to set it up to be basically flat, just as you look at it. I love running my Riveras just set on 5. I mean, they sound great out of the box as they are. I'm just going to run my preamp volume up to about 8-ish, 8 or 9-ish, and leave everything here set flat. Run my master up to about 2. Now for the next sound, I'm just going to pull out my boost again and show you this channel how different it can sound with just one little button push. Now on the back side of the amplifier, we've got a switch labeled modern or vintage. When it's in modern mode, basically your amp's at full power. Flip it to vintage mode, it's going half power. Now on this side, we've got an effects loop, send and return, with level controls. Right? We also have an assignable effects loop. We can put it channel 2, channel 1, or have it for both channels, which is really kind of useful. One of the coolest features about this amplifier is that your effects loop return, if there's no effect plugged into it, acts as an overall master volume if you're using your foot switch. You have a effects loop on-off switch on your foot switch, And depending on where we have this set, in conjunction with our overall volume, we can either make this cut your volume or boost your volume depending on where we have it. So you can crank your amp up, get some nice saturation out of it, but then keep this all the way down as a master volume. Or, the way I like to use it, get our amp set exactly where we like it for all our different sounds, and turn this up just slightly past that to use it as a overall master volume boost, where it doesn't add any more saturation, just some overall volume for solo cutting. Let's switch over to the neck pickup. So for this last demo, I'm just going to flip through all the sounds I just demonstrated, but I'm going to use a foot switch to show you how quickly you can get to different sounds, including a volume boost with your effects loop switch. So here's clean. Clean boosted. Channel 1. Channel 1 boosted. And effects loop on. Now on this side, we've got basically our power amp section control. We've got a reverb, which is a tube-driven 6-spring verb, a really lush, full reverb. We've got a presence control, which is a very high frequency control. It makes it sound, I like to think it makes it sound like it's sitting in the room with you if you have it up, or it sounds like it's kind of facing away from you if you have it down. And then the focus control deals with power amp and speaker dampening, and it actually kind of tightens up your low end if you turn it up, or kind of loosens up your low end. It makes it a little bit smaller sounding. I like to think of it sounding like a 112 turned up here sounds like a 412 cap. It gives you a little more body. Okay, I'm going to start with my focus down on 1, show you the difference in what it sounds like here. I'm going to turn it up to 10, show you the difference here. Now, the focus control also has a warm push-pull, and this kind of takes some of your top-end sizzle out of it. So let's put that back in. Let's set it back at 5, and let's hear the presence. Here's the presence all the way down. Let's turn it all the way up. Hear the difference there. And let's just hear both focus and presence all the way down. Let's turn them all the way up, which is usually where I have them, because I like how it widens out your sound. And then our reverb control. I've had it set about 3 this entire time, but as we keep turning this up a little bit, you get up to about 6 here. I'm going to get it on the clean channel here. Notice it never really gets sprungy. You can even get up to about 8 or 9 in it. So have a nice lush full tone. So there you have it, the new Venus 6. It's a great new amplifier. A lot of different sounds, a lot of versatility. You should definitely try to get down and play one of these as soon as you can. Talk to you soon.